Afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is our Best Edo Project team here on a live interactive session with our very own young and vibrant, very distinguished, honorable engineer, Dr. Esusa Iyawe.
Thank you.
It's an honor to interview and interact with you this today, Sunday. So, Honorable, so many things have happened from when you gained your position and how you have moved from every stage you have moved. Best Edo Project have always been following up on your activities. You know, you have moved from food bank to boss, and you keep on doing many things, initiating bills, pushing motions. But the one that moved many people, your followers and every other person that I know, Edo people, Nigerians, other Edo people wants to hear about, is your move from the Labour Party to APC. Let Honorable tell us, that move, that massive move to APC, do you think it has affected your followership, or do you think it has given you more credence to deliver to your people in Oredo Federal Constituency?
First of all, I want to thank you all for coming and anchoring this interactive session. Regarding my move from Labour Party to APC, you all know that a political party is a vehicle where politicians used to get accredited and have a ticket to run for election. Labour Party was a vehicle I used to come on board, but before then I've done a lot of politicking underground. So God so kind I won with Labour Party, and I intended to grow with Labour Party. But fortunately, the outcome of the Edo election gave another light of how the party leadership tends to move the party forward. So I did not really participate in the Edo election because initially I was not happy with the zoning arrangement of the party. We all know that it was supposed to be zoned to the Edo Central candidates, but unfortunately or fortunately it went to the Edo South candidates. Either that it may, the election came and it went, and after then the party had a lot of rancors in the leadership in national level. Even as we speak, I think there are currently some judgments that are out that are still conflicting in the interest of the members of the party. And Mr. Peter Obi is a good man, but fortunately his leadership skills I was not too comfortable with. So I and some other elected members in Labour Party came together and decided to move to a mega party, a party that is in the center, a party that knows what leadership is all about. And so far, you can see what the president of the country is doing. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there are some tax reforms that he just implemented, and we have been living in the Mongo Park era when it comes to taxes. With that tax reform, you would know now that when it's implemented, you will know that there are a lot of leakages in the Nigerian agencies of how they do their taxes and how they collect taxes. And we'll be able to generate revenue for the country, reduce our deficit of debt, and the country will move forward. So we decided to move to APC because of the leadership style of the party, and they knew that they knew Nigerians well. Things might be difficult now, but when you have an injury, before the injury will heal, you will definitely feel some pain. So I believe that with time, everything will come back to normal, and Nigerians will reap the real dividends of democracy with this new platform that I'm in.
To your followers, do you think it's your move affected your followership, or do you think it's a booster to your followership now that you are in the center, as you have said, the power is in the center and you are in the center? Did this move give you more opportunities to enable Oredo, where you represent, to give them more dividends of democracy and bring more ample opportunities to the youth who are majorly your followers and also to the people of Oredo?
I think this move obviously is a boost to my followers and people of Oredo. You know, I and the governor, Senator Monday Okpelo, we are friends, and the deputy governor too. So me coming into the party was more like an open door welcome, open arm welcoming event, because it was more like a square peg in a square hole situation. I didn't need to do much, and they were welcoming. And you can see the activities that the governor has already started embarking on. He has hit the ground running with his policies and all the infrastructures that he tends to do. Unfortunately, the tribunal has been distracting him, and the judgment just came out in his favor. So I think now the governor, you will see the true intentions of the governor of how to move Edo State forward. A lot of my followers came into the new platform in all different tiers. The wards, they were welcomed in the wards, and they were even already familiarized with the APC members. So it wasn't a difficult task. You know, Labour Party members that didn't come, I understand that most of them might not be friends with the APC structures in their wards, but be that the judgment came out in favor of the party that I'm in now, I think all of us should come together and work together and move Edo State forward and work with the capacity and active governor, Senator Monday Okpelo, in making things happen for the Edulites.
Thank you very much. So it means your movement is entirely to push for the betterment of your constituents, and you are very, very happy where you are.
Yeah.
And you are calling everybody to still come and join you.
Yes.
All right, that's a wonderful one. Let me not be the only one. It's an interactive session. So let me give an opportunity for my team members to ask their question. Go hard and go slow.
So, say, honorable sir,
Yeah, cool.
I am very happy to be here. I found out that skill acquisition is one of the driving force in every economy, not just in Nigeria, in the world. So when we have such thing in place, I believe that it's going to be beneficial for everybody. So, sir, I believe we are open, actually. We are open that the B skills, the first reading, second reading, and being finalized by the president. And I believe that your constituents are going to be applauding you more as time goes by. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Honorable, sustainability plan and your bills. How do you ensure that such bill gets to the final reading now that you are in the center? And how do you sustain the empowerment and the different skill acquisition initiative you have done?
Thank you very much, Mr. Murray. You see, I have. It's all about human empathy. You know, I'm not a chairman of any grade A committee in the National Assembly, but the little I have, I tend to use it to treat the people of Oredo so that they would definitely feel my impact as their representative. You see, yes, I've distributed over 50 buses. I recently finished the medical outreach where about 4,000 people came to register for sick, take free drugs, the eye checkup. We currently have a list of about 42 people that we would send into the theater for cataracts and some other operations that they intend to do. The primary healthcare in New Era, we gave out some medical equipment. All these are things that I've done not because I must do it. The job of a legislator is to legislate and to bring bills, pass bills, and move motions to benefit your people.
Of course.
But I can't do that in the national level and see my people wander around without any healthcare or any form of empowerment. So sustaining it is going to be a challenge, but I believe with the help of the Almighty God and the prayers of my followers, we'll make it a continuous process. Like the medical equipment, I intend to distribute a similar ration to almost all the medical healthcare centers primary healthcare centers in Oredo, and even the medical outreach, I intend to do it continuously, maybe twice a year, because it's really cost effective. I could tell you a story about a shining star of a little girl that her mother brought. They were currently working on having an operation on her because she came and she had an unusual bone growth on her leg. We've taken her to UBTH to do scans, and that process will still keep you guys updated on the progress on how she's going through. That's going to be expensive, but I can't see that shining star wallow in pains and not let her go to school because she has a deformity in her leg. So, with the help of God and prayers of my followers, we'll definitely sustain all these projects that I've already embarked on. Regarding the bills, a skill acquisition is a very key factor, one of my key points during my manifesto in my campaign, because we have a lot of youths that are idle. We have a lot of youths that have skill but don't know how to channel their skill to making profits. With that skill acquisition, we tend to, if we can get that assented by the president, we'll definitely have the cost to channel them into working for some agencies and being sponsored by any individual or any agency that would maybe probably enhance their skill. I can give you an instance whereby the tech industry in Benin I don't think it even exists. There's this thing they call fintech. It's common in Lagos. A lot of people, the Paystack boys, I think it's just something they copied from an idea. It's like, I think, PayPal. I saw a documentary where one of them said something about he got his idea from PayPal. He just worked on it and channeled it to Nigerian system and
market.
You see, now Lagos. They say Lagos is very commercial. It's simply because they have a lot of thinkers, technology thinkers, and a lot of skilled people in Lagos that make it seem commercial. I think Benin, being the heartbeat of Nigeria and being the center of the South, if we can get all those kind of people, groom those kind of people here, the time is just a matter of time. Benin will still be a commercial state, and we can generate revenue and create a lot of kings through all those programs, skill acquisition. So that's what gave me the motive to move that pass and sponsor that bill.
Thank you very much. It means we are joining in prayers so that bill will scale through all the necessary readings and it will come to a reality.
Exactly.
At least with my skill, I can also benefit from that. So, Mr. Christmas, I see you are beckoning and you are so eager to ask honorable questions. So please go ahead. You have the floor.
What do you think you and your members in the House, your honorable members, can do and to make this cost of living come down for us to live a better life and to take care of our family and society will be happy? Thank you, sir.
I trust the administration of President Bola Tinubu and the administration of Senator Monday Okpebholo their listeners. And the dramatic steps that the president currently made with getting that tax bill, I said, because I was a part of that tax bill, and we knew the work that we put in to make sure that tax bill report it catered for everybody in the country. A lot of people came during the public hearing and they brought in their inputs, and every single individual's input was looked into, and it reflected in the report at the final day. So it's only a matter of time. The price of dollars will reduce, the price of the inflation rate will reduce, and we will definitely feel the dividends of this administration's efforts to curb the issues on ground. I can confidently say that the previous administration really put us in a hole, and the current president inherited a lot of debts that is reducing the deficit gradually. A country owing is not like a taboo. America owes. It's how you manage the debts. That is how much you generate to service the debts. That is what I think the president is looking at, because the previous administration didn't have a plan to service the debts that we had. That's why we ran into a lot of deficit. So I think with time, the situation will be better for Nigerians.
My question is like this. Look at the security challenges we have today in the country. Now let's narrow it to Edo State. As the honorable member of the House, I represent you Uredu constituency. How do you intend to get these youths in the society more engaged? You see today in our society, youths are engaged in social vices, some are even engaged in taking drugs and all of that, which is also affecting their health and all of that. So how do you intend to get all these youth engaged so that they don't have any reasons to get themselves into negative things, social vices, criminal acts, most especially so?
Yes, the skill acquisition is the major part. But I said that I already moved a bill on, and a little empowerment that will come up. There are some that are coming up I think I've done empowerment for the women. I gave out some sewing machines for those who are interested in sewing or learning the craft. A little bit of skill here and there to earn a living. The barber shop is there. That's why I tend to give out some clippers and some barber chairs and all those things. Empowerment and skill acquisition, and the makeup kits also. There's some salon people that are interested in makeup. We gave out some makeup boxes and some mannequin heads and some other things. So it's a continuous process. And I think also the governor, Senator Monday Okwelo, is still working on something to cut across the entire state. While I do my little in Uredu, he will do the broader perspective of empowerment and skills enhancement and acquisition of the youth in Edo State.
So what proactive step are you going to take as a legislature to end and to bring a stop to this insecurity issue in Edo State? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. The situation in Uromi is a very sensitive situation. Despite the fact that we don't have much communities in Uredu, I sympathize with the family and condone with the family that have lost loved ones during this period of the banditry and all the insecurities in those areas, the Ovia and the Uromi in Edo Central. You see, we are on recess. And I believe if we're not on recess, we would have really moved some affirmative actions and affirmative matters of urgent importance that would make the light shine more on this issue of insecurity in Nigeria. It cuts across the entire country.
You're right.
But it coming to Edo State now is something that I think the governor currently is trying to manage. You know, as I said, the distraction with the tribunal had made him not go work on his full potential. But now that the tribunal has been won by him, I think those vigilantes will come back after rigorous selection of those vigilantes, the ones that will be able to own licensed weapons that would go into these bushes and secure those communities. You know, I would like to still speak on that issue in Uromi because the governor took it upon himself to go to Kano. He didn't just go to Kano for a courtesy visit. He went to Kano just because there was some intelligence that made that Uromi situation be a ticking time bomb. Because they were supposed to be, I would want to say there were supposed to be retaliations from the Northerners that were killed. It would have gone haywire. But the governor took it upon himself to not only go and see the governor of Kano, he went to the community where those that were killed were from, which was a very hostile environment. Because information I heard was people were carrying placards and they were against the governor coming on board. But the governor took it upon himself to go there and diffuse the situation, apologize to the families, and assure them that all perpetrators will be definitely, or the Dasade have to be handled. You know, jungle justice is something that I've always preached against. Because in as much as you might be bitter, pushed against the wall, it doesn't give you the right to take a life of somebody else. And to take the life of somebody else on camera is still something that is brazen, in my opinion. You know, it's like you are damning the consequences. Even if you catch a thief today, there's what you call rule of law. You will give that thief a reason, an opportunity to explain why he stole, an opportunity to explain who are his gang, how did they pass through, what are the, you know. So it's all about getting more information from people that you suspect that are criminals, because those people are not. At the end of the day, you find out that they are innocent. You know, those that have already taken the life of those people now, they will definitely, they can't prove that these people are the criminals that they were lynching. So me, I was totally against that jungle justice. If you catch any suspect, you hold him, take him to the right authorities to handle the matter. Policemen are trained to handle this kind of situation. DSS is there. If it's a financial crime, you have EFCC. You have agencies that handle all this matter. So, and I want to commend Senator Monday Okpelo with the step he took in diffusing that, de-escalating the situation, because it would have gone further than the way it was. So while we wait for the vigilantes to come back, this matter will definitely be addressed on the floor.
Even if what happened in Uromi was wrong, the right channel ought to be followed to arrest and detain and get more information. That would have made us get more facts about the issue. But it has happened. And to our youth out there, we pray that when we find ourselves in situations like this, we should know how to act so that innocent lives will not be taken without opportunity for them to plead their cause. So, Honorable, we want to appreciate you for giving us this opportunity to interact with you. The men behind the mic, I did not introduce them. Without those men behind the mic, we will not be having this wonderful conversation. The man behind the camera there, that's Comrade Salvation. I will not want to introduce where he is within the camera. After the camera, I will tell you where he is so that you know the capacity of Comrade Salvation and also Comrade Blessing, who has been helping us behind the mark. So, Honorable Sir, before we give you the last, to give us your take home for Oredo people and also the people of Edo State, because you will notice Best Edo Project, we are very strategic. Our intention is Edo State. So anything Edo is where our focus is. So before we give you your final say to the youth, I would like to hear from your very capacity Comrade Owolo. If you have anything to say, and let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I must commend people for this visit principal. And as a youth, I can say you guys are choosing the right path to also contribute to a better society. For helping us, I pray that all our effort will not be repayed.
Amen.
And to my principal, you guys know me already as
It's a project.
it's a project and capacity leader and empowerment. One of the things that actually makes so many of us to think that is that it's not among those politicians that just gather views and say all kinds of things after they get to power. They tell you that none of that part of me see outside there, not their date. People will tell you travel abroad, whereas see in the camera. It's not among those kind of politicians. God is always hoping for positive conversation like this, like just like the people of the radio. Once again, I don't want to say much.
You have said much. So, Honorable Sir, the floor is now yours. Your message to Edo people, your message to our team, and your message to the youth who are your supporters. And don't forget the Obedient Movement, who are very active in bringing you to this glorified position that you are to empower and help the people under your constituent and beyond.
Yes, I want to thank you all for coming once again for the interactive session. You are doing a good work, and I want you to keep it up. You know, the Obedience Movement is not a partisan movement. It's a movement of group of people selecting individuals for what these individuals do. And I believe that for all what the governor of this state, all what the president of the country, and all what I, Honorable Esusa Yahweh, I am backing on with this progressive party, APC, Obedient Movement, I would want to say that they come on board and support the cause. You know, we are one Nigeria, we are not a divisive Nigeria. To people of Oredo, I would like to tell them to be resolute and be steadfast, that the governor is working tediously to make sure all 18 local governments are well taken care of and they get relieved from the current hardship that they are facing. And while we anticipate the good news from the executive, we should also individually help each other and carry each other along. You see, if you have little that you can help your neighbor with, you can help your neighbor. And I believe from the grassroots, the actual healing will start. So let us all carry each other along. While I do little empowerment I can afford to do, each individual can do their own little empowerment too. Giving somebody 100 naira and helping him out for something, or 1,000 naira, is an empowerment. You must not have millions of naira to empower somebody. Just giving somebody hope. Even talking to somebody and giving the person hope. Don't worry, everything will be fine.
Thank you very much, Honorable. So, listeners and viewers, we have come to the end of this interactive session. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed it, and I'm very, very confident that you out there, you are enjoying what you are seeing here. Honorable said something. He is known for Mr. Project, Mr. Empowerment, but the call to action today is everybody should be Mr. Empowerment.